Hey guys, Sean with Modern Country Living. Hope you're doing well today. It's a beautiful Saturday morning here, first weekend of May 2022, and got some projects to do outside. Specifically, got my cutting helmet on here. I've got some trees that need to come down. Over the years, I've planted a number of trees and out back in the fields and even in the yard here, trying to build up a unique landscape, I guess you could say. And one of the things that's kind of a bummer is some of the trees are starting to die. Planted, little baby spruce trees over the years. Got some from my uncle. He was growing them, and purchased others from nurseries. And, have these beautiful, Colorado blue spruce trees and, green spruce trees. And unfortunately, a lot of them are succumbing to needle drop. And it just makes the tree very unattractive, and it kills them. And kind of, unfortunate. It's always like wonder what's going to be left when, I don't know, what kind of trees do you plant? I planted a number of oak trees. I planted, a lot of different pine trees. But here's an example. You can see this is a pretty tall tree. I planted it when it was about a foot tall. Probably 18 years ago, and pretty good diameter girth on it, but you can see it's dropping needles. These used to be a row of really filled out, beautiful trees, but you can see they're starting to just die back here on the bottom. And so I got 1, 2, 3, and then one down there. And, it's it doesn't look terrible yet, but it's definitely, it's starting to die back. It's really unfortunate. You spend all that time and energy planting trees and caring for them, mowing around them, just all those things. And now I got to cut them down. And I've got other ones in the yard as well. So some of them up there. And then I've got a number of them on the other side of the house up in that region. It's just, they're all just dying from this needle drop. I think it's a fungal thing. It starts at the base and works its way up the tree. And it's just kind of, like I said, fairly unfortunate. So, my goal, drop these trees. I'm just gonna use the forks on the tractor and take the tree out to the field somewhere, build some rabbit homes, I guess. And I'll put the backhoe on the tractor. I mean, it's pretty soft. We've had a lot of rain. I don't know. I'll give it a whirl, see if I can't get the tractor in the yard here and not make a terrible mess. But like to get the tree stumps out, and ultimately I'd like to plant something that's going to live. I've got a couple red maple that I purchased that I'd like to plant, and I may buy some Norway spruce to kind of fill in the gaps here. I guess Norway spruce at this point is not affected by this needle drop condition. One can hope. All right, so that's what we're gonna do today. Hope you enjoy it. Hey guys, all right, so we got my Stihl Farmboss MS-290. This is a 20-year-old chainsaw I bought new when I purchased the house here back in 2002. This thing's cut a lot of trees. It's also been inside the house cutting timbers out, cutting floors out. It's done a lot of duty, but it still runs well. It's treated me well over the years, and pretty happy with it. So I got my cutting chaps on, got the helmet, got some gloves. See if we can drop down these trees here. Made quick work with those ones. Gonna start hitting the ones up in the other yard. I cut them up high, so I want to be able to get some leverage with the backhoe when I pull the stumps out. So we'll keep getting her done. Got those 4 trees down. Just pulled this one out. It's never really grown well. Gets all this scraggly stuff. Yard is just, I'm turning it into a mess. Got that little maple out. Those 3 pine trees. Had to give one a nudge. It kind of wanted to go towards the road. It had a lean to it. That one did go towards the road, but it was not gonna hit the road. Got that one out. That's a little apple tree that never really produced well. I can only think of maybe a couple apples that came off of it. And I'm gonna drop that pine, or those, that tree right there and that little one right there. And then we're gonna go up the yard. You can see the pine trees up there. Drop those down. And now we got these 7 trees down. Took about 10 minutes. 10 minutes to make a mountain of work. So I got all those, and then those ones down there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the forks on the tractor, and I'm gonna pick up these trees and take them out to the field and make some rabbit homes. And I'll work on getting the backhoe on so that I can peel out the stumps. I cut them about 3.5, 4 feet up. Give myself some leverage so I can pop them out. All right, we got the forks on, got them spread wide. It would be awesome if I had a grapple and I could hydraulically grab those trees. Maybe like what Mike at Outdoors with the Morgans has. He has a beautiful grapple. But I don't have one. And you make do with what you got. So I'm going to use the forks to take care of these things. All right, now we got the fairly good sized maple tree here. Thankfully I'm able to pick it up and move it with the tractor versus having to cut it up into little pieces. But already got those ones out of there. Gotta love what you can do in about 45 minutes. out stuff. Making more work. But we're winning. This little stump here. And a little bit bigger one right there. Tried to peel some of the dirt off of it. And we'll get it out of here. All right, so working on the last few stumps here. These ones kind of could just pull on them and pop them right out. That one. I've got one more. And yeah, very thankful for the backhoe today. It's doing a great job. Kind of show you what I'm dealing with here. See some of the holes here. So at the base, you know, it's pretty decent size. Again, these are like 16 to 20-year-old trees. And you see this one right here. So what is that? 9, about 13 to 15 inch diameter. So decent size. We'll get it out. Alright, we're going to finish up the day here. I've got all the stumps out. And I put the Kingcutter 6-foot tiller on. Tilling up the areas where the stumps were. I brought in a little bit of dirt from that one over there. Had a pretty deep tap root. And all these other trees weren't too bad. I'll probably have to bring in a little bit of dirt, but I always want to get it conditioned a little bit, that way I can rake it. So it's been a long day getting all these things cut down, dug out, all the stumps removed, and picked up all the sticks. And now we'll get this rototilled out real quick, let it dry out a little bit, that way I can rake it. Made quite a mess out of my yard. Not that it was a manicured thing to begin with, but whew, made myself some more work. Lawn roller. Well, it's the end of the day and we've got it. I just finished up tilling. You see some of the areas I've rototilled behind me. Does a nice job, kind of makes it so that it's nice and fluffy and I can rake it all out. So did that one up there, all the ones where I was cutting down trees. So yeah, very thankful to have this tractor. I would have never been able to do what I've done today. 18 trees, most of them were in the 14 to 18 inch diameter. Pulled all the stumps out. Thankful for the backhoe. I would have taken me forever with a shovel and a pick. But yeah, we got that done. Now I've just got to do some raking, final rake, and put some seed on it. But yeah, I'm gonna need some ibuprofen or Aleve tonight, I think. But thanks for watching my channel. If you like what you see, hit the like button and maybe even subscribe. Take care.